Hi, this is Keshav. Welcome back. As part of Azure Data Factory video series, let's get started with the next case study. Alright. So in this video, we'll speak all about pivot transformation in Azure Data Factory data flow. Alright. So the requirement is pretty simple here. Let me read through the requirement. Load sales data from product category underscore sales file in ADLS into respective table in TargetDB database. Alright. So just I wanted to load the data from one of the files in ADLS into the respective table in TargetDB database. Requirement is pretty simple, but I don't want to load the data as is from the file into table. I want to do some sort of transformations on source data. So what sort of transformation I want to do? There is a special requirement. So let me read through the special requirement. Convert all the category values under category name field into columns and have sales amount mapped to that. Whatever the category values under product category column, those all category values I want to convert into columns. Under those columns I want to map the sales amount belong to that specific category. That's what the special requirement is. Alright. So for that, to achieve that requirement, we need to use pivot transformation. So pivot transformation is mainly used to create multiple columns from the unique row value of a single column. Okay. In other way, we can say that pivot transformation is mainly used to convert the rows into columns. If you want to convert rows of specific column into columns, then we can go for pivot transformation. Alright. So pivot transformation is also like aggregate transformation, where we generally group the columns and generate pivot columns. Let me take you guys into ADLS and I'll show you the source file, and also let me walk you through the data so that it will be more clear for you how the data is and what I want to achieve out of that data by using pivot transformation. Alright. So I already logged into Azure portal here. I got ADLS already created, that is KR ADLS. Let me take you guys into that. Under KR ADLS, I got container called KR demo. Under KR demo container, I got file called product category underscore sales. This is a file which I'm gonna use as source to have the data loaded into target table. Let me open the file, go to edit. If you observe here on top, there are 4 columns in this file: year, category name, month and sales amount, and also respective values below those column headers. Alright. So we have got year 2020 and category helmets and month June and respective sales amount. Likewise, if you come all the way down, we have got rest of the categories. So if you come all the way down, even you could see the data for the July month as well. Alright, and August month as well. Okay. So yeah, this is pretty much what I want to use as a source. But I don't want to, as I said, right, I don't want to load as is into my target table. What I want to do, I want to just take out this unique category names. Those are under category name field. Those category names I want to convert them into columns, and each category name should have mapped with its respective sales amount. For example, if you take helmets is one category and it should be converted into column, it will be like helmets, and under that helmets column we should have this total sales amount aggregated and mapped to that column. That's how I want to load in my target table. Alright. So in the same way for other categories also. For all these unique category names, there will be columns created. Under those columns, there should be sales amount mapped respectively. That's what my requirement is. I think it's clear for you guys. If you go all the way down here, you could see 1627 rows are there. I want to load the data in optimized way to reduce number of rows in my target table. So finally we'll see once we transformed and loaded into target table 1627 records, how many those will become in our target table. So let's get started. I'm gonna just close it. I already launched ADF environment here. Now let's go ahead and create new pipeline. I'm gonna name it as pivot. Fine. Let me use required activity. So of course we need to use data flow activity here. We can't perform any transformations by using copy data activity. So now let's go ahead and create new data flow. We don't have existing data flow. Say okay. let's go ahead and define source. Our source is the file in ADLS, right? So I'm gonna name it as ADLS. Let's go ahead and create new dataset. We don't have any dataset created as of now. I'm gonna search for Gen2. Yes, our file is in Azure Data Lake Storage Gen2, and the file format is delimited text. Say continue, and I'm gonna name it as ADLS link service. We have got already link service created. Let me use it, and here I'm gonna browse the path under KR demo. This is the file that we're gonna use as source, right? Product category underscore sales. That's it. And say first row has header. Say okay. That's it. Our source settings are done. Now let's go ahead and add required transformation. So before going ahead, and we can check projection, you can, these are the columns coming in from our source file: year, category name, month, and sales amount. That's it. Let's go ahead and add pivot transformation. Go to source and click on this plus sign. If you go all the way down here, you could see pivot transformation. Here you go. Click on pivot transformation. Okay, under pivot transformation we have got a few settings to be done. And incoming stream, of course, our source, that is ADLS. And if you come all the way down here, you have mainly there are three main options: group by, pivot key, and pivoted columns. So we need to complete all these tabs. Okay, so under group by, we need to specify the columns those you want to retain as is. What are the columns you want to group with and have your aggregation created? Those columns you can use. In other way, we can say that what are the columns you want to retain as is. For example, we have got year, month, category name, and sales amount, right? Sales amount is a value that we're gonna aggregate, and the category is a column which has got the values, those we are transposing into columns. We don't use the sales amount and the category name. Rest of the columns, year and month, we want to retain as is, right? So we need to use those columns here to group the data. Okay, so I'm gonna use year, and name also, just I'm not changing it. Let me go for same name and just add one more column, and this time it is month. That's it. We are done with our group by tab. Next, go to pivot key. So we are going to pivot the values under category name column, right? So we need to select category name as pivot key. See here, there is one option here, values, right? This is optional. We don't need to use values, but in case if you don't want to convert all the values under category name into columns, if you want to convert only few category values into columns, in that case what you can do, you can go ahead and add what are the values you want to convert into columns. But in our case, we are converting all the values under category name, converting into columns, right? So in that case, we don't need to go for values, just ignore this. All right, go to next tab, that is pivoted columns. So under pivoted columns, if you want to prefix or suffix to your newly creating columns, of course you can go ahead and give either prefix or suffix, or if you want to add some middle value also, of course you can go ahead and add. So for example, if you want to add category as a prefix, of course you can go ahead and add category. So in our case, I'm not going to add any suffix or prefix. Let's ignore that. If you come all the way down here, pivot expression, this is very important again. Okay, we can't leave this blank. Pivot expression. So we are converting all the category values into columns, right? But what value has to be mapped under those columns, that's very important, right? For that we need to create an expression here. So I'm going to create an expression. What I'm going to do, I'm going to just map the total sales amount under those category columns, right? I'm going to aggregate total sales amount. So as it is in string format, let me convert into integer to integer, and I'm gonna just call the column sales amount. That's it. Let's go ahead and say save. That's it. Okay, so the expression is total sales amount. Once all the category values are converted into columns, value from this expression will be mapped to those columns respectively. Okay, that's how it works. I hope this is clear for you guys. Let me repeat again. Say under group by column, what are the columns we are specified under group by? Based on those columns we are grouping and aggregating this expression value. Okay, very simple. So this total sales amount we are grouping by year and month, and the aggregated amount we are mapping to the new columns those are being created. Okay, so that's what we are doing here. The new columns will be created based on the value under category name, and the expression that I written is total sales amount. This total sales amount will be mapped to those new columns respectively for each category. Alright, I hope this is clear for you guys. That's it. Let's go to inspect. If you go to inspect, you could see that there are two columns, year and month. That's it. If you go to data preview, you could see how data is coming. Alright, see here our data is pivoted now, and the category column values are completely pivoted, and there are columns created for each category. Alright, that's it. Now one thing we need to do here is, see here, till pivot transformation we have got only two columns, right? But post our pivot we have got many columns created, right? So if you go ahead and add sync here, our sync will get only two columns, that is year and month. To get those columns, what we need to do, we need to go to map. We need to select this map drift. Schema drifting is the case where columns or number of columns or column names or type of the columns might change on the fly. Okay, so here also the source columns whatever we are getting, those are getting changed post or pivot transformation, and post or pivot transformation we are getting more number of columns. As number of columns are drifted, so we need to use map drift here to pass all the newly created columns into our target table. So for that we need to go for map drifted. We need to use map drifted. So if you go to map drifted, you could see that all input columns. So these are the columns, those are created on the fly, and along with these columns there are two more columns. This all clubbed together and became 28 columns now. Let's map this to sync. That's it. We got nothing to do, just add sync. Just click on this plus sign, go all the way down, select sync. Okay, and complete our sync settings. Our destination database is TargetDB, right? So let me name it as TargetDB. Fine, and let's go ahead and create a new data set. Azure SQL. Say continue. Fine, there is already TargetDB. Let me name it as TargetDB3, and we have got link service created. We don't have existing destination table, so I'm gonna create new destination table here. I'm gonna name it as product category underscore sales. Okay, fine, that's it. Just say okay. We are done with even sync settings. If you go to settings, go to mapping, automatically it would have been mapped, but still if you want to see whether mapping is done properly or not, of course you can off auto mapping. See here, year to year, month to month, and rest of the columns to other columns in the destination. Alright, mapping, everything is perfect. Now let's go ahead and debug our pipeline. Go to pivot pipeline, click on debug. Alright, it is in progress. Let's wait for a few seconds, it will be done. Alright, our pipeline executed successfully. Now let's go ahead and validate the data. Fine, let me execute this query. Select star from, sorry, it's not in MasterDB, right? It is in TargetDB. Fine, let me execute. Alright, see here, all our 1627 rows are converted into only 3 rows. See here, month, and all the categories are created as columns now. For each category there is sales amount mapped. Okay, total sales amount. Of course, if you observe here, total sales amount is same for all these months because the data is like that. Okay, alright, yep, this is how we can pivot our data by using pivot transformation in ADF data flow. Alright, I hope this is clear for you guys. Thanks for watching my video. Please do subscribe for more videos from my side on Azure and also on Power BI. Alright, we'll meet again with a different concept. Until then, bye bye. Thank you.